So I'm going to show everybody. Hi. I'm showing everybody how to find the course on D2L where you can look up edTPA training. So when you go to ETSU's homepage, all you need to do is look up here and hit D2L. That stands for Desire to Learn. And then here you'll see, and there might be some news, and so if that's the case you would need to scroll down. But otherwise, you just go over here and you keep clicking, and then you'll start to see these admin sites, right? So just keep clicking over the admin sites, and you'll find the edTPA at Faculty Resource and Training. So it's not going to be in the spring, fall, or any of that. It's in a special thing called edTPA admin. So you click that, and that brings you to the home page of the course. So I was trying to put up here how you find out about the training module, and we do have training up for Task 1 and Task 2. Let's take a little tour of the D2L site. So clicking on content. Keep in mind that I'm viewing as an instructor. You would be viewing as a student. So the view is probably a little different. So here you have your table of contents, an introduction to edTPA. It's a video I've created about helping mentors understand what they can do. Some information on the training modules. And then, of course, the next thing is the training modules. And when you click that, you see that I've got training for Task 1, Task 2, and Task 3. I will have to say that these training modules are best for those people who are teaching in curriculum and instruction and in early childhood and PE. There is good information here for elementary, secondary, early childhood, and PE. The special ed I am still working on. So we have Task 1, and each of these has a video, and they're pretty short. And you'll just play them and watch them, and then what I do is I go through every prompt of the commentary, sort of discussing what the students are required to do, what they're required to write, some suggestions for support. This right here is specifically for secondary ed and middle grades. It's not going to be that good of a support for elementary or early child. However, it is a good overview if you just wanted to watch one video on the planning commentary. This would be it. It's just that it's a little longer. So going back to Task 1. And then I have this is checking my work on the planning commentary. So what I like about this video is one of my favorite videos that I created, because I show students how to use their rubrics and the document of understanding rubric level progressions, which I fondly call the URLP, because who wants to go around saying understanding rubric level progressions all day long, right? So if you have to use that term a lot, for me, you want to shorten it, URLP. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the URLP. So that's a really good document, because it really, the understanding rubric level progressions explains in detail, you wouldn't believe the detail, what the rubrics mean. And then there's just a quiz, click there, and you can go back and look at the videos to answer the questions. And it's just really, there's not really a right or wrong. It's just a good way for you to kind of check yourself, and then to let me know that you've completed the first set of videos. Then after Task 1, you can go into Task 2. I've got it set up, and it's just missing a quiz. That's to come. Task 3 is set up also. Now, what I like about this particular module is that in this one, I have created 2 sets, which I haven't done that with all the tasks yet. But this one excuse me, tell students how to do task 3. And that's really pretty important because task 3 is something that they really struggle on. So all about task 3 and then how to write task 3 is all there. Notice also we have administrative information. For example, this is the policy that we're currently using for edTPA, the syllabus attachment. Frequently asked questions is a document that you could give mentors or interested folks. Connections to CAPE, guidelines for acceptable support. We have all of our information for retakes here, checklists. This is really good support. So let's just take a look at early childhood. You open that up and you see that you got, oh, this is not in the right thing. Well, let's just open this and see what we got. We got elementary mathematics. Task 1 and Task 2, that is a checklist. I need to move those to where they need to be. But you can see what we've got here. We've got elementary math. And so here is a checklist. And I'm planning on using this with my students in seminar. And they can go through and see that they're doing these things. This is a way for them to give themselves feedback and to give other people feedback. So again, I'll get that switched. And then you can see here, secondary ed, we've got them for all the subjects. Okay. Then edTPA coaches. We did start that initiative this year. All the materials I use for recruitment and training are there. All the handbooks that you need in your course, your seminar courses are here. Or if you teach students who, if you're in teacher education, your students will eventually be looking at these handbooks. So you should look at them. And so this is all of the early childhood stuff. You've got the handbook, the commentary templates that they use, the context for learning template. This is the URLP I mentioned before, the understanding rubric level progression and making good choices. So I've got those for all of those. Lesson plans I've put on here our ETSU lesson plan rubric, the template, and then how students can modify their lesson plans in order to get them ready for the edTPA submission. And here's some tutorials on writing lesson plans for the edTPA. Outlines. I'm especially proud of this work. Phys Ed, physical education, has their own outlines that they've created, and so have early childhood and SPED. I have not gotten those from those individuals to put them on here. However, you can see that, for example, secondary ed technology, I have an outline for task 1. Tells them not just what, it tells them how to write. So this is a support that tells them how to write, not what to write. So it is an acceptable support. I double checked on that with the national coordinator. And so you can again see that we've got this one. I particularly like my task 2 outlines because I've embedded the rubrics where they count. And I've given sentence starters, sentence frames, an outline. So it's really, really important. I explain where you look at the rubric for these things. It really works. Okay. Then back to our table of contents. And almost done. Published work by our faculty. Other resources. So if you're looking for other resources, we have edTPA support videos, and those are from last year's stuff, and workshop videos. We have retakes and condition codes, so all that information there. So thank you for joining me today, I hope that you will go ahead and get started on getting yourself some training. The sooner everybody gets trained on edTPA, the sooner I can retire. And you won't have to see my ugly mug anymore. So I will see you again in another video.